Hey everybody, how's it going? What are we doing today, hon?
Going on a road trip.
Going to Brandon, Manitoba. We're going to do a little saw picking. Purchased 3 saws. We're on the good old number 2 highway. And beautiful day. Check out how flat it is here, folks. You guys always ask. Got Mrs. Tin Man doing a little videoing for me today. It's awesome. Just wanted to show you guys something up here. We take this stuff for granted, but where we live, this is a farming community. Manitoba is scattered with 100-plus-year-old grain elevators. This is one of the last old ones around here. This is at Colross, Manitoba. 6 houses and a grain elevator. Whatever you want to do. Okay, so every little town here had a grain elevator. This is one of the last of the original grain elevators here. Here's an original cottonwood tree. She's 5-6 foot at the stump. There's a local drive-in here. Look at the size of that. There's a lot of trees like this scattered here and there in this area. She's 60 foot. She's dying off like a lot of them are. Look at the size of that. It's a Kodom. Those trunks are 4 foot. Easy. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. There's a lot of giant cottonwoods like this. That bark's 2 inches thick. That's why I like the big falling dogs. But just wanted to show you guys that. Hey friends. We're an hour and a bit west of Winnipeg. So you can see in the distance there's my Fanger. It actually does get quite hilly. Just to the south of Highway 2 here. So Manitoba is an interesting place. We go from rocky escarpments to the east, flatland where I live, and then as you go west it turns into sand hills and dunes. Lots of good fishing here. There's thousands of lakes, lots of forests, lots of agriculture land. Just want to share a little bit of where we live with you folks. We take the flat for granted, but people always notice it, and I guess it is a thing. Probably the flattest place in the world is right here. Corn's not looking so good this year. Very short. It was a tough season on the farmers. Looks like we got a little bit of a forest fire going on here. Hope everybody's safe that way. It looks like she's roaring pretty good. Couple miles that way. You can see the smoke pluming into the air. Hopefully they get some rain out this way. That would be in Spruce Woods Provincial Forest. Yeah, you can see it right there. Hey friends, just thought we'd stop here, rest our legs, stretch them out. We're at the Souris River, and I can't believe how low it is this year. So you get into some hills and whatnot as you go west from where we are. Try and keep you guys out of the sun. Good fishing spot. Big old cottonwood trees. It's just nice to show you guys Manitoba. Natural stone here is granite and shale. You can see it washes up on the river. Let's see if we can get that in the sun. Focus. Beautiful fall day. Figured it's about time I show you guys a little more of Manitoba than just farmers' fields. This is her. Now again, we're farther west. You can see we get into sand here. It's heavy, dense clay where I live. This part of the world is sand. Lots of moose and elk out this way, wolves. In fact, one year we were driving, my brother and I were going somewhere first in the morning. There was a big old wolf on the top of that hill there. Kind of neat. Yeah, just nice little fishing spot. Number 2 highway there. Hey friends. Oh yeah, I got my going to town shoes on. Here's what we got. She's one of them suppressed chainsaws. Goin Super Clean 2150. I'm just kidding. The guy threw that in. Look at this old girl, friends. We're gonna look at these a little bit deeper, but I wanted you guys to see. There's a lot of these down here. What do we got here, friends? I love barn fresh saws. Fellow said he collected chainsaws for years, and time to pass them on. This thing's probably gonna clean up. Look at that. Look at the paint underneath there. This thing's probably gonna clean up nice. I just love this kind of stuff. I don't know what we got on there for a chain. Probably a 404 24-inch, I'm guessing. Pioneer 600. All kinds of compression. This will go nice with that 650, Super 650 I have on the shelf. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. I should pull that saw out. It runs. Pioneer 600. 24-inch hard nose bar. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys. I'm so excited. And where better to show them than in an old forest. We got a mix in here. So here's what typically grows in my area. You got your cottonwoods, which are everywhere here. A lot of oak here. There's an oak tree, another one. I'd like to get into a stand of oak again. That's good firewood. Yeah, just in a little forest here, friends. Look at this thing. Oh yeah, IEL Pioneer. I don't even know if it's an RA. There you go. RA. And she's farm fresh again. I like this fella. There, that's a 404 chain, I reckon. This fella was a hot rodder. Builds cars like the one on my arm there. Okay, friends. This one over. Now, here's what I came for. McCulloch 171 with an original, what looks like McCulloch bar. And again, friends, look, this thing is mint. These kind of saws didn't get a lot of use here. This place is still a Husqvarna dealer. Avo Marine, same place too. Oh, they're on Ferry Street off Portage and Ferry. Any of you locals? McCulloch of Canada, Toronto. Look at that, friends. Comes with a free bag of parts. I don't even know. We'll just throw that back in there. Okay, look at that. I'm gonna try and keep these signs on here. Look at that. Okay, friends. So the cool thing about this 171, 87 cc's, this is an early cart motor. Okay, when we get home, I'm not sure how to do it yet. This drops down right here. Okay, friends, this drops down. This has a removable head. Kind of neat, eh? So 87 cc's, removable head, and it appears to be all there, I believe. Oh, I got you. Ah, okay, that's the oiler, that's the primer. It's missing the cover off the primer, but I believe a lot of parts, Super 250s and not interchanged with this. But this was a serious saw for McCulloch in its day, I believe. 1960, 61. It's missing the chain guard. Here, friends, check this out. All kinds of compression. Here, look at this. This is about a 40-pound power head. Okay. Friends, look. Oh, it's great. I love this kind of stuff. Now, somewhere on the bottom here, it should be stamped. Trying to keep my fingers dirty or clean. When we clean this, if you look, somewhere on the bottom of this will be a stamping, I believe, what model it is. Here you go. See? So it says 1-71, 1-81. So it can be one or the other. Well, we think it's a 171. The flap is missing. Other than that, though, I think we got a winner here, friends. Anyhow, just wanted to pull over, show you guys what I drove here for. A couple-hour drive. My lovely wife and I went and did some shopping, just had a day together, and it's nice to get out. Once again, absolutely beautiful fall day. You can hear little critters scurrying around in the bush, and I love it. Days like this are few and far between this time of the year, and it's good to be alive. Nice blue sky, hills. Hey friends, how you guys doing? We're at the wood pile. I'm gonna put some fuel in this Super Pro 70. I haven't even tried to fire it yet. Hopefully she starts. She'll start. It's a Mac. Macs are definitely good running, good starting power saws. Put a little more in here. There we go. I'm silly. I should have put oil in this thing first. Whoops. Well, them are the brakes, eh friends? Them are the brakes. Always put your oil in first and then your fuel in a Mac. There you go, a little splash of fuel in there. What a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I want to do some cleanup here before fall. Pile all the limbs and branches and get 3 or 4 good loads of firewood going, and that should be that. I got most of my firewooding done. Yeah, let's try the Super Pro 32-inch full house. I'm going to be going back into this saw. I want to do a few mods to it. Let's see how she restarts. Now friends, right away, I could feel the difference. This is a 70cc saw. It's turned up to be a little bit more zippy. It doesn't have the pull of the 850. It just doesn't. It's pulling more RPM, but this wood being, you know, it's not the easiest cutting wood. 2-inch bar. Sorry, I flipped you guys around there. This saw with a 32-inch bar, it does not have the pull of this 850. I'm going to swap bars and chains. Watch this, okay, friends? This is why I requested to have this saw back. Bucket says this thing's an orangutan, but he said, and I noted this, I said, it doesn't, when you dog this saw and it doesn't quite have the pull. Now, I did do machine work to the cylinder. I jacked up the compression. I then made appropriate moves to the exhaust port, transfers, and intake. I tend to think that the intake timing is a little aggressive on this saw, and I think when you dog it in, it's just falling on its face. Again, we won't know. I wanted to run it again and feel the difference. This is not going to be a big wood saw, but I would like it. This is not big wood, okay? This is 24-inch wood. This is hardwood. But I feel like this saw could cut a little bit better. Smaller softwood, this thing's an absolute animal. It pulls lots of RPM. I'm going to make a little squeak to the high jet. This thing is a little fat. Okay, I'm just going to squeak this high jet in about 1/16 of a turn. Okay, watch, friends. I'm going to stand up and buck, okay? Watch it go through. This thing standing up and bucking pulls good RPM and it cuts well. But if you dog it in, it's not quite there, okay? I want you guys to watch and study it. This is how you improve as a power saw builder. It's super important to criticize your own work, I think. And I do it, and that's why I like sending my saws to the West Coast where guys live on a power saw. Again, this thing's zippy. I got good throttle response. It needs a little more pull. Good friend, watch. Okay, I'm gonna stand here and stand up and buck just like they do. Look how nice a 32-inch bar is. I can literally put this power saw against my thigh, holding it from my fingers and just do this. Okay? That's why I like long bars. I hate doing this all day. You can't cut all day doing that. You just can't. I used to, and I would have a sore back. But that's a conversation for another video. Okay. Friends, did you hear that? Wicked RPM. Now watch. I'm going to dog this thing in. Did you guys hear that? That, I want to see if I can get rid of that. Maybe I can't. This is only a 70cc Mac. Macs tend to need a displacement advantage. I've talked about it with Mac guys, and like an 80cc Mac is like a 70cc something else. So this should cut This is stronger than a really warm 60cc saw for sure. It's got more pull, but it needs something. So I'm either gonna change the intake timing, give it more compression. There's ways to skin this cat. We'll go in and do it together, and we'll find out. I'm gonna put this bar and chain on the 850 now and see what the difference is. This is the fun, friends. I love scrutinizing my own work. That's how you get better, is to say, well, yeah, it does this, but it doesn't do that. I want my saws to rip, but I want them to pull too. I also, when I do this, I want it to go zing, zing. I don't want it to go whoa, whoa. You get what I'm saying? Also, it has to go back down to idle. After a big cut, I want it to go back down to idle. If it doesn't, it's getting too hot, etc. If it's getting too hot, can I give it more fuel? Right? But if I give it more fuel, does it cut so slow that it's not as exciting to run? That's the game we're playing here. It's all about heat. The hotter the saw gets, the less the chances it's going to make good power last. And you notice when I'm going through the wood, zing, and then I go ba 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 ba. You do that, that'll lower the temperature of the saw. It'll clear the kerf. You'll get more oil in the bar. It's a good deal. Sometimes you guys will see me just motor right through. I'm trying to get the saw warm.